Okay, so episode 16, no face today, it's just me and my voice, but that might actually be better because I have thoughts. So let's go ahead and get into it. Right after the group dinner, Felipe's mad that Tori didn't defend him more, which that's bold of him to be keeping score because he's the one who sat right beside her and said that he liked sleeping with a bunch of women in front of the whole group.
If I'm being real with you guys, I liked sleeping with a bunch of women.
Tori reminds him of that, and I don't think it really landed with him because Felipe's out here acting like she owes him so much grace, so much consideration and understanding. Meanwhile, Belle is over in her apartment with Mecca, quietly seething over his comment about her not being pretty enough for him. She wants space while she's getting ready for bed, and Mecca is missing every single sign. He just keeps talking to her, keeps bothering her, and she is not responding to him. She is not talking to him. She's hardly even looking at him. Sir, get the hint. Devin drops by the gym to chat with Felipe, and he's not dressed for a workout. He lets Felipe know that he and Caitlyn have not kissed since Mexico.
We haven't kissed since early Mexico.
And I don't understand how that was just such a casual thing for him to say in this short of a segment. I feel like we need more space for that, and I have so many questions. Which, speaking of questions, I have a lot about Nikki's video diary that she filmed, because she says that Sean's been taking little jabs at her. And get this, he had the audacity, because there's one thing Sean does not lack, to tell her that in Seattle she's a 10, but in New York she's a 7.
Well, yeah, Nikki, in Seattle you're a 10, but in New York you'd be a 7.
And I have to pause the recap right here because Sean, you're a 1 in the dark and a negative number in New York. Nikki fears that she's being overly critical and nitpicky. You're not being critical and nitpicky enough. I know you are a smart lady, but why are we still enduring this? Why are you still putting yourself through this? He has been trying to humble you. He's been trying to coerce you. And now that you've given in, he's back to trying to humble you. Can we please let it go? Please. We know who Sean is. He is not a nice person. I don't know why you keep thinking that maybe this is just a fluke, a one-off situation. It's not. This is who he is. Do you really want to be treated like this and disrespected like this over and over and over again? How much is it going to take for you? You're giving him too much grace. You're giving him too much leeway. Back to the recap, Devin brings up wanting more physical connection with Caitlyn when they're having dinner outside, and he's not even asking for them to have sex or anything. He's simply asking for a hug, a kiss, truly just some type of human contact. And Caitlyn says that attraction for her comes from feeling seen and understood, which that's fair, but he's asking for a hug. Did something else happen between the two of them that we did not see? Because how did we go from the wedding day and the amount of chemistry they had, the amount of fun they were having together, to now they seem like they can't really stand each other? Caitlyn more so than Devin, but I do think that Devin is reaching that point. Back in the apartment with Nikki and Sean, bless Nikki's heart, she is trying so hard to make mac and cheese, but the girl does not know how to cook. She didn't even know she was using evaporated milk or condensed milk. So she ends up calling her mom for help, which, much to Sean's delight, he finally gets to say hi to her mom on the phone. Nikki's mom asked Sean, "Are you taking care of my daughter?" And Sean's like, "Oh yes, ma'am. I've been opening the doors for her. I've been making coffee. I've been giving her my credit card for the groceries." And Nikki's mom goes, "Okay, we'll talk another time."
We're doing our best.
Okay, well, we'll talk.
And when I tell y'all I hollered, because her mom was not convinced. She was not impressed. She was very much giving, I already know the truth of the situation. You're not going to sit here and lie to me, but we're not going to have this conversation over the phone because I really don't even want to be talking to you to begin with. So back with Belle and Mecca, they're in the hot tub, and Belle brings up the comment that he made about her not being pretty enough for him. And he is full on denying it. He's like, "I absolutely did not say that. Why would I say that? That's so rude. Why would I say that? Why would I say it like that? That is crazy. I did not say that. I did not say that." The editors rolled the clip, as they like to do this season. God bless them for it, because he did say exactly verbatim, as we knew and as Belle knew. He said,
"So let time grow with Nikki's attraction."
Is she pretty enough for me?
So as they're going back and forth about this, he's like, "I mean, maybe I said pretty enough to me," which, Mecca, what the heck does that even mean? What does that even mean? So he does end up apologizing, and in his own confessional, when a producer asked him if subconsciously could this just be you self-sabotaging, he's like, could be. Which, that's kind of crazy to just like agree to that on the spot like that. But I guess he knows himself well enough to know I do have a tendency to screw everything up that's good in my life. So yeah, it probably is just self-sabotage. It's time for the couples retreat, and Cameron, in his confessional before everybody has even left, is saying that he's bringing the popcorn because he's ready to watch the drama. Cameron is messy. He is so messy. But since Cameron has not been giving much personality this entire season, I am here for the messy side of Cameron. Please bring it. We don't have Nick and Courtney anymore to provide some type of drama. So Cameron Cameron is needing to step in and stir that pot. Get that wooden spoon and just stir it. Okay? Felipe has a confessional in which he says that ever since his last conversation with Tori around their issues, everything's been great. Felipe, I don't believe you. You are a very unreliable narrator, so I really don't care if you say everything's been great. I need to hear it from Tori herself, and she has not said that. Therefore, to me, everything is still not great. So as Tori and Felipe are on their way to the couples retreat, Felipe tells Tori about what Devin told him, that he and Caitlyn have not kissed since Mexico. And Tori is shocked by this, as I think everybody else would be if everybody else knew. But as they're on their way, her car starts overheating. She ends up having to call a tow truck, and Felipe is just no help. He's not offering any assistance. He's not like, let me get out, let me look at some things, let me call the tow people. Like, as the car is overheating, she's like, I think it's overheating, I think I need to pull over. And he's just like, oh, this sucks, babe. And it's like, how about you pull out your phone in that moment and you call the tow people? But Tori had to do it herself. So she said that's pretty much a turnoff for her in her confessional, because he's not stepping up to offer any type of initiative. He's not helping, and she's just very independent. She can do it herself, but it would be really nice if he would step up. Nikki and Sean are the last couple to arrive. So on their car ride, Sean is saying that he doesn't want anybody stirring the pot just for the sake of stirring it. And then he says that Michelle is doing the same thing that she does in all of her other relationships, which is just accepting whatever a guy offers, even if it's not what she wants. And I'm like, Sean, that's a really bold claim of you. Like, you'd have no idea what's been going on in Michelle and Cameron's relationship and the conversations they've been having. I think you're jealous because their relationship is going really well. Once Nikki and Sean arrive, it's time for game night, and they're playing a game called Who's Most Likely, where they're gonna have prompts and they have to vote on the person who's most likely to do that activity or be that person. It's things like flirting with the waiter while their partner's there, hooking up in public, lying about their whereabouts, putting their foot in their mouth, and never being ready for marriage. Any guesses on who won? Surprise, surprise, it was Felipe. He wins the worst game possible to win. And what's his reaction? He's laughing. He's having a great time. He's joking. He's smiling. He's having a grand old time. I understand that he likes being the center of attention, but Felipe, please understand what in the world you just got voted for and realize this is not a great thing. So while he's having a good time, Tori's sitting there realizing that everybody has this opinion of Felipe, and that's also a reflection on her and their relationship. She excuses herself and she heads up to the bedroom. It's at this point that the girls also head upstairs, but they go into the bedroom that Nikki and Sean are sleeping in, the room that has the bunk beds, and it's there that Belle tells the girls about the comment that Mecca made at the group dinner, and they are shocked. They are shocked. So downstairs, while it's just the guys, Mecca is telling the guys about the comment, and Cameron says what everybody else was thinking.
Why would you say that?
Because truly, why would you say that? And it's because Mecca doesn't think before he speaks. He simply just says whatever he thinks. And the thing is, he doesn't even remember what he says. And that is also problematic. So Adam asked Mecca what his dream girl is. Like, do you have a race preference? And Mecca says, no, I don't have a race preference. I do like someone typically thicker. So Adam asked him, you don't think Belle can get there? And Mecca says, no, not here. And he gestures to,
Not here.
Uh-oh.
and it's like, okay, I understand that part. And I understand why he would say that, even though, of course, this is going to come back to bite him later. Adam then presses on, and Mecca says that Belle is now his dream girl. And this is where Mecca always gets called performative, because you're very wishy-washy. It doesn't make sense that you just said, no, she's not my dream girl. This is all in the exact same conversation. I like someone thicker, preferably bigger boobs. But yeah, she's my dream girl now. That's very wishy-washy. I need for you to pick a side, take a seat, and just stay there, please. So Felipe comes upstairs to check on Tori, and it becomes very clear that he cannot read the room at all. He's like, are you okay? Clearly she's not okay. And she lays it all out for him on what her issue is and what has made her so upset, is that he doesn't consider her. And she feels like she's having to be more of his mom than his partner. And he keeps insisting that he hasn't done anything. He was just playing a game. It's not his fault that everybody voted for him. And he just cannot see where she's coming from with being upset that this is how people see him and how this is also a reflection on her. But at the very end, she ends it. Full breakup. And through all of it, Felipe just goes back to the guys quiet, sad, not crying, but also not really saying anything. And they're like, Felipe, what's wrong? What's wrong? Are you good? What happened? What's wrong? And he's still not saying anything. So they're giving him hugs. They're trying to comfort him, console him. And Sean walks over and he's like, give him a sec, give him a sec. Which I can't even sit here and lie. It really gave me Melanie from this past season of Love Island and her gimme 10. Gimme 10, gimme 10, gimme effing 10. But that's episode 16. Clearly, all the couples are not going to make it out of this retreat unscathed. If they don't fully break up, which I mean, Tori and Felipe have broken up, but if they don't fully break up, I have a feeling there's going to be a lot of issues within a lot of these relationships. I will see you guys soon for episode 17 and again for episode 18. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you click subscribe so you don't miss the next uploads. And until then, bye.